Gathering is a game of skill, but in some games Magic the Gathering is a game of skill, but in some games you need to have some luck to draw those needed cards, and the cherry on the cake is when you top deck that particular card that it will give you the game. Let's continue playing Magic Arena. I'm still playing Gruul Adventures. It's a very good deck. Starting hand was okay. Let me show you how a top deck card can be a bless and you will win the game. Starting with a Forest. Let's put the Forest in play. Forest in play and Innkeeper in play. I could have played the Human. I decided to play the Innkeeper. Let's see if my opponent will play some sort of a removal spell. Turn 1, Swamp in play and Blood Chief Thirst. Okay, my Innkeeper goes to the graveyard. Scavenger Ooze. I'm going to play the Human from the Love-Struck Beast, and I'm going to put the Shatter Skull in play as step. I wanted to spare those 3 life. I could have played also the Scavenger Ooze, but I want to save Scavenger Ooze only when I can put that +1/+1 counter on it, trying to avoid and being hit by a Heartless Act. Temple of Deceit, you have to scry 1. Come on, it's only top or bottom. You don't have really that much to decide. I put it on top. Nothing from his side. Brushfire Elemental and Scavenger Ooze. I'm going to play the Brushfire Elemental because it's one of the best creatures you can have against this type of deck. We're going to play, probably this is a mill deck, because the majority of the creatures that the opponent will have doesn't have that much of power, and Brushfire Elemental can be blocked with creatures that have power 2 or less. There's the Thief, and that's another reason why I didn't attack with the Human. If I have attacked with the Human, probably would have played the Thief and blocked and killed both cards. Another Thief's Guild Enforcer. More cards from my deck are going in the graveyard. Obviously this is the strategy of this particular deck. Put as much as possible cards from my deck in the graveyard until I am milled out. I'm not going to block with the Human. I take those 3 life. Another land in play. Now it's the turn of putting the Scavenger Ooze. When you play the Scavenger Ooze and you have, like I had on my board, you had, let's say, 2 forest and 1 mountain. Tap them. Don't let auto pay for the Scavenger Ooze, especially in arena, because sometimes the 2 forests are tapped and you lose a turn. Thanks to being tapped out of my opponent, and thanks to that extra forest, I could have put that particular +1/+1 counter. And as I told you, I'm trying to avoid being hit by a Heartless Act. Thieves Guild Enforcer blocks my Brushfire Elemental. Both creatures will die. Come on, both creatures will die. Okay. I still have a Necron War and a Shield Breaker and Love-Struck Beast in exile. 3 untapped lands. A Merfolk Windrobber. He can swing with the Windrobber, do 1 damage, and then sacrifice it to draw a card. Probably that's what he's going to do. I'm not going to block with my Scavenger Ooze. At this stage, it's a very precious card. Scavenger Ooze. Let's see what he's going to play. 3 lands in play. I think he missed the land drop. I don't know if he's saving the lands. There's the Nighthawk Scavenger. I don't know if he's saving lands for the crab. I didn't see a crab yet. Usually this type of decks play a turn 1 crab. Put the Necron War in play. Steal 1 of his creatures. I'm not going to steal the Windrobber. Obviously he's going to sacrifice it. So I'm going to steal the Nighthawk Scavenger. The creature has lifelink and Death Touch. I can swing with everything at this stage. I can do 4 damage. Let's do the 4 damage. Okay, 13-14. The game is still open. It's a very good game. It's a very good strategy game. I still have cards in my deck. That means that I didn't lost. Life counter, we are 13-14. It's a very good game. It's a very nice game. I don't know if he has any difficulties putting lands in play. 4 cards in hand. I think he missed already a land drop. He sacrificed the Wind Robber. Draw a card. He has 5 cards in hand. I don't know if he's going to play something. Next turn, what he's going to play now? Next turn, these creatures will need to attack because of their Chrome War. And I can block with the Nighthawk Scavenger of his Nighthawk Scavenger. So, his creature and my creature, which is his creature, will go to the graveyard. He's thinking what he's going to do. As I said, he can keep everything open, or he can play something, but anything he's going to play. He played another Nighthawk Scavenger. I think he did that only because I would have swung with my Nighthawk Scavenger. Let's see what he's going to play. I can play an Innkeeper and then play Lovestruck Beast or the Shield Breaker to draw a card. And that's what I'm going to do. Both creatures will give me a card. I can play the Shield Breaker and then use that forest to put a +1/+1 counter on my ooze, or I can play the Beast. I was going to play the Mammoth as a land. I'm thinking if I'm going to swing or not. Swinging with Nighthawk Scavenger means that he can block with his Scavenger. I didn't swing. The only reason why I didn't swing with his Scavenger is because, first of all, he's going to swing with everything in next turn, this turn. So I'm going to block his Scavenger with his Scavenger, and probably I'm going to not block the Enforcer. The Enforcer will eventually die on the beginning of my next turn, because they're going hit, it will be tapped and they will going to do damage to itself as 3. Now what's he going to play? He needs to swing with those 2 creatures. There's no way he can avoid that particular thing. A land in play. I think finally he drew a land. A very good game. He swing with everything. I'm going to block his Scavenger with his Scavenger. Both creatures will die. And I'm not going to block the Guild Enforcer. As I said, the Guild Enforcer will die next turn, beginning of my turn. And the two Scavengers. That's a nice move. That's a nice move. I didn't expect that move. Very good move. Zaret Sun, the Trickster. Now he can get a creature from my graveyard, and he gets the Questing Beast. That was a very good move. Yes, Zaret dies, but that was a very good move, because that Questing Beast has Death Touch. Brushfire Elemental in play. I don't have any Ember Cleave and I don't have any Hedge. Those help a lot. I'm going to swing with everything except the Innkeeper. Now he can choose to block the Elemental, the Lovestruck Beast or the Ooze. He blocked the Elemental. It's a very, very interesting move. I thought he was going to block the Scavenging Ooze. Very, very strange move from his side. Because there was the Beast that was a 5/5 and the Ooze was a 3/3. If he blocked the Ooze, I would have pumped the Ooze until both creatures will die. That was my intention, trying to trick him to swing, to block with the Beast and kill it. And he didn't fall for my trick. He blocked the Brushfire Elemental, which it died. 5 lands in play, and has a Guild Enforcer in hand. Questing Beast. If I block Questing Beast with my Mammoth will die. I don't think I'm going to block. No blocks. I'm going to go for the win in next turn. I can win. I have a land and play. Amber Shield. I'm trying to fish for a Fabled Passage. That Fabled Passage will make my Mammoth quite big, forcing him to. There's a Questing Beast. I can play the Shatter Skull, tapped, paying those 3 life. Put my a Questing Beast and swing with everything. We know that he has that Guild Enforcer in hand, and that particular creature, when it comes in play, it will have that touch. I think there is enough cards in my graveyard to have that touch. Then the rest, I don't know what he has in hand. I have swing with everything, and that's at 10, 14, 15, 15, I think it's 19. Heartless Act on my Questing Beast. So 1 creature is gone. Second creature will die because of the Thief Guild Enforcer, and third creature will die because of the Questing Beast. And now, which creatures he's going to choose to kill? Probably he's going to block the 2 big creatures, that is the Mammoth and the Beast. Drown in the Lock. He had 3 removal spells. 3 removal spells he had in hand. It's a very good game. It's a very, very good game. Both his creatures are still alive. I still have 3 creatures here, and he's at 2. Now it's a very, very difficult game. I don't have anything in hand. I have only 6 life. So if he swing with everything, if he has a removal spell, removing my shield breaker, he can swing with the Thief and the Beast. I cannot block the Beast, so 4 damage I will get 4 damage for sure. I need to block the Thief. He didn't have a removal spell. If he had a removal spell and my breaker was removed, the game was lost. No cards in hand. No cards in hand, and I get the Great Henge. Can do nothing, just trying to pump those 3 life to life. I'm not going to attack with the Beast. I could have attacked with the Beast. Probably he would have stopped Soaring Thief. Now he has only 1 card in hand. I don't know. Fabled Passage doesn't help. Doesn't really help. Doesn't really help. Now I need really and truly a miracle. I need something. Swings with everything. No. I would have blocked the Questing Beast with my Lovestruck Beast, milling every card possible with the Thief. Thanks to the Great Henge, I'm getting those 2 life. Innkeeper. Let's see. I will draw a card because of the Innkeeper, even. And there's the Bone Crusher Giant. Now I can do those 2 damage and win the game. Now it's a very difficult game because I don't know what he has in hand. Maybe a Drown from the Lock, and if he has a Drown from the Lock, my card will be countered. So now it's a matter of luck. It's a matter of luck. I have my winning card in hand, the Bone Crusher Giant, blocks Lovestruck Beast. I'm going to stomp. Tell me what you have in hand. Do you have a counter? No, that's a good game. That's a good game. And this is how you win the game with a top deck. Second game, let's play another game. Starting hand, it's okay. It's okay. Not a bad hand. A red source would have been better, but it's not a bad hand. I still can play a Valley, tapped, then a Forest, then Scavengerous and Icon. I have something to play. We're playing against Obosh, the Prey Piercer. Scavenging Ooze in play. Usually these decks, I think, they play Bone Crusher Giant. 2 Forest, another Innkeeper. Okay. Okay. No red source yet. I need those lands. Let's kill. Kill the Innkeeper. Swing with the Scavenger Ooze. Let's see if going to block. If he blocks, I'm going to pump the Ooze with the Innkeeper. And that's what I did, but he didn't block. Okay, we have a 3-3 Ooze against a human. Island and Cultivate. Okay, he's fishing for those needed cards. Fishing for those needed cards. Needed lands in this case. There's the red source. Finally, there's the red source. Let's see if we're going to play the red source as tapped or untapped. Trash for Elemental. Blocks with the human. Very strange move. Because now the Lovestruck Beast is, let's say, is blocked. He can't attack. Can use it as a defense. He's searching for lands. He needs those lands. And I think he's going to play that Genesis. That Genesis gives you a lot of permanents in play. I think he's fishing for those lands because he needs to play that Genesis. So I need to swing as much damage as possible. Beanstalk, Giant, put a forest in play. Lovestruck Beast, okay, can do nothing. There's no creatures in any graveyard, so there's a forest. If it was a mountain or a red source, could have done. Trying to play swing with Brushfire Elemental, only trying to force him to block so I can stomp the beast. No, he didn't block. He didn't fall for my trick. At this stage, I just put the Giant in play. I need a red source. If I get the Henge from his side, that's a very good card. The Great Henge, it's a very good card. It's a very good enabling card. Whenever a creature comes in play, it gives you +1/+1 counter and you draw a card. So you have a lot of cards to play. There's the red source in play. Let's see, he blocks the Giant. Embercleave. At this stage, the only thing I want to do is kill his creature. I know that my Brushfire Elemental will be killed. And I get another 2 counters on my Ooze. Embercleave is a very good card. It's a very good winning condition, especially when it was played with Anax. Obosh the Prey Piercer. There's Obosh. Thanks to the Great Henge, he's going to draw a lot of cards. 4 lands untapped. He can play something big. 5 lands untapped. Okay, I believe that Brazen Burrow. Akron War. That's a very good card. I'm going to play the Great Henge and play the Akron War. Stealing his Prey Piercer. And there's the game. And you saw how a top deck card, Akron War, top decked, and thanks to that card, you win the game. Thanks for watching these two nice Magic Arena games. Stay tuned to my channel for more and more interesting games on Magic Arena and anything related to Magic the Gathering and the collectible world.